Right, welcome to this next video, which I want to make rather short. And I'd like to share with you something which is maybe rather trivial for many of you. But I said to you at the beginning, I'm not an ERPNext boffin, and I found a couple of things which I had to bump my head sometimes and as you go along, etc. And this is one of my goals with these videos, is just to put some stuff out there for people that start using ERPNext. And sometimes these little obvious things is on the list and nobody makes a video about it because it's so obvious. And that's for it's searching for data. Right now, if you look at my purchase invoices here, you'll see that there's only a few invoices. It's rather easy to find something. But if you've got 100 or 500 or 1,000 or 10,000 invoices, it becomes a little bit more of a challenge. So, and once again, I'm not going to run through everything on every module. I'm going to give you a few examples, and you can run with that. First one, if you want to, for instance, search for a particular supplier, you click on that and it gives you the drop down, or you can simply just write in there and it'll show all the options, whatever you write in. All right. And there it shows all the invoices for that particular supplier. All right. You can also add a filter. And if you, for instance, want to look at the status or look at all the paid invoices, then you apply that, it shows all the paid invoices. All right. I think you catch the drift. One thing, just look at these settings. It can also hide data that you know or think is there. I think I'm going to show it at the hand of the item list. Sometimes that's caught me out a few times. Let me just clear that. All right, so there's all my items. Now I want all the items that contains the name deer. All right, it shows one, but there's actually two. And the reason why it only shows one is because the one is in the stores and the other one is in the consumable warehouse. All right, so before you start looking for stuff here, just make sure what you've set there for filters. All right, there might already be something set which filters it, and it looks as if it's not there, and meantime it is. So just watch out for that as well. Of course, another one is to say, all right, I want to search for the item code. You can select whatever you want here, like let's say SKU 30,000. I want all the SKU 30,000 numbers. There we go. There's all my SKU 30,000s. For instance, if you're looking for to see, which code has been used and which one is not in your 30,000 range, I use 30,000 for a particular classing of items. All right. Before I go to the general ledger, just one thing. They call it the magic search bar. There's a particular name that I saw in some discussion group or a video somewhere, and it really is magic. If you want to, for instance, search for anything, you can say material request, and you only have to type in a part of the word, material request list, and there it shows you all the material requests. Right. Also very nice if, for instance, you were busy with a purchase invoice, a new purchase invoice. Here we go. Let's use that one. In other words, you're starting to enter the data. All right. And now you realize, oh, I need to go and look at something, and you go and have a look at your item. This sometimes happens to me. I need to go and look at the item that I want to use the invoice. Okay, I found whatever I want. Right now I want to go back to my invoice. You can go back by scrolling down here and saying, new purchase invoice, and you're back there. Obviously, you can use the back button as well. All right. Okay, general ledger accounting, because the general ledger becomes very full very quickly. All right. There's only a few purchase invoices, and you can look at this. All right. So obviously, the first search field is if you want to, for instance, search for the Capitec account entries, you can search for a particular account there. It says their account, or for a finance book or whatever. Okay, so you can use the search fields. You can also set the date. Okay, but one thing that I want to add is, let's say we want to search for the purchase invoice, this particular invoice, all the entries related to this particular invoice. You can type in there ACC-purchase invoice-2021-12347. And there it shows you all the entries for that invoice only. Now, of course, it's very insightful. It shows all the 0000 ones if you just enter that. All right, there you can see 00004, 0007, 00008, etc. All right. So in this sense, it's rather good to get to know the numbering scheme that they use for each of the vouchers, because then you can search for it. For instance, a payment entry is called pay. There's all your payment entries. All right. That's just a few examples that you can elaborate on and have a look. Whenever you're on a particular page in a particular module, just have a look at the search functions that it has available. It could help you greatly. Hope this is helpful. See you later.